Dr. Bandy is a forensic psychiatrist on the faculty of Yale School of Medicine, an internationally recognized expert on violence. She organized the Duty to Warn conference at Yale and edited the book The Dangerous Case of Donald Trump, 27 Psychiatrists and Mental Health Experts Assess a President. The book became a bestseller the instant it was published in October, sold out, resupplied, sold out again. We're bringing you part 2 of our conversation today with Dr. Lee when I asked about her about the concerns that she and these other experts have identified.
Well, it's actually historically unprecedented that so many mental health professionals have come forth with their concerns under any president of any party. So it really is the first time that this many mental health professionals are coming together in a coalition. We even have a website now, dangerouscase.org, where the public and lawmakers can discourse with us. There are thousands of us at this point.
So lay out what your concerns are as a psychiatrist.
So our concerns are that someone with this level of mental instability and impairment has this much power in the office of the presidency, basically the power to start a devastating war, to launch nuclear missiles without any inhibition. You saw from the hearings that there is very little inhibition in place right now. Within 5 minutes of the commander-in-chief's orders, nuclear missiles could be launched without question. Within 5 minutes of the commander-in-chief's orders, nuclear missiles could be launched without question. Within 5 minutes of the commander-in-chief's orders, nuclear missiles could be launched without question. We do not diagnose, and we try to educate the public as to all the possible conditions that could be relevant, all the situations that tie into the dangerousness that we see. When we do speak about Mr. Trump in particular, we are referring to another ethical duty, which is the duty to warn, duty to report or to warn or to protect others or the public in the case of a danger, in the case of an emergency. We do not diagnose. We do not diagnose. On violence, I can tell you that previous violence shows an indication for possible future violence, and he has already shown verbal aggressiveness, history of sexual assault, incitement to violence at his rallies, endorsement of violence in public speeches, and he's shown an attraction to violence and powerful weapons, as well as he has taunted hostile nations with nuclear power. All these things are signs of danger. And because assessing dangerousness is more about the situation than about the person, he is definitely in a situation where more of this could come and actually could escalate.
We make a lot of people have commented on the fact, obviously, he's the leader of the free world. He has his finger, Dr. Lee, on the nuclear button. How dangerous is that? Did you see a sign of danger of such a man having control over the nuclear codes? And what are they?
Yes, absolutely. That is our primary, most urgent concern, although not our only concern. He has shown characteristics that would make one certainly more precarious in such a position. He has shown impulsivity, recklessness, paranoia, or perceiving threat where it doesn't exist. He has shown having a loose grip on reality, where real consequences will matter very little. He's shown a lack of empathy, where devastation to millions of people may not be of great concern to him. He's shown rage reactions and a constant need to burnish a sense of power in response to what seems to be a pattern of inner insecurities and fear of feeling small or worthless. We do not diagnose. We do not diagnose. My colleagues and I assessed Special Counsel Robert Mueller's report from a mental health perspective. What we found through Mr. Mueller's report was alarming. The president failed every criterion for rational and reality-based decision-making capacity. Our assessment is definitive. Our recommendations were, first and foremost, to remove Mr. Trump from access to nuclear weapons and war-making powers. We could offer many more, but given the urgency, we decided to focus on the two most important: the instability and impulsivity that led us to the brink of war with Iran should illustrate the importance of mental capacity in a president. His actions are exactly what we would predict from an individual who lacks mental capacity. We do not diagnose.